But folks, back last 3 days have been, what would I say, challenging for democracy, challenging to show that we're moving to the next century and not 1,000 years back, challenging for a lot of us educated people, and actually it's turning out like a kind of a laughing stock in some of the media overseas, right? But this was the best joy ever. Dhoni's Chennai area Super Kings for 5th time in the last ball thriller. There is a God. There is a God, like Bajrang Bali, there is a God, and not everything is going to Gujarat. I am happy, and especially after if you've seen the side, the kind of action made by Jayant Shah when just before the last over, when it just looked like Gujarat was going to win, is despicable. Showing, and there are stories doing the round that when India won, he refused to take the Indian flag in his hand. But here, like, it's all about Gujarat, folks. And then there's this: PM Modi lauds Erdogan win, hopes of boost in Turkey. So, Modi is absolutely looking to emulate Erdogan, right? Trump couldn't, right? But see this, right? Have a look at this picture close. Look at what's happening. This is the new parliament. Are we in 2023 or are we not? Right? Then we look at this. I want to take a look at this picture. Look at this one. Look at this. Look at the clothes, the attire. This is in the middle of the new parliament, right? So question begets a question. What are we doing here, right? But here's the point, right? There are 2-3 controversies brewing here. One of the key one is about the singer and the Rajdand, which the WhatsApp University, courtesy the Home Minister and all that, have come out and made this great story about this singer, that this was instrument of transfer of power given by Lord Mountbatten to Jawaharlal Nehru, and the way it's being sprung around is because it had a Nandi on top of it. They're trying to show it that Nehru put it in a museum because he wanted to put Hinduism in a museum. Nothing could be further from the truth, though there's nothing wrong with that if Nehru was doing it either, right? Now the real story on the singer is kind of interesting, that this is actually something present. It's not even the Chola kingdom. It's all about, remember, this is all about basically a mutt in Tamil Nadu giving this as a present to Jawaharlal Nehru after independence. That's why he put it in the museum. It's not a walking stick that Ravi Shankar Prasad, one of the most deliberating ex-law ministers, Ravi Shankar Prasad. And it's like really, and this is what it says: 21 parties boycott Congress, call it Rajya Bhishek. That's exactly what it is. When you watch that and you watch Prince Charles' coronation and you say, hey, are we going back to the king, to the monarchy, and this is the new uncrowned king or the crowned king, who knows, right? New parliament building will become basis for creation of a new India. Well, here's the theory. Just do remember this: all the saints and sages were from South India, from Tamil Nadu specifically. This is all, and Chola kingdoms being born. This all about, because Karnataka now seems lost. Kerala is anyway got, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. So they want the South. But the South must watch it, and I don't think that they'll deliver to this guy. This is all about, because that's the first place Manuvad and Brahmanism was consigned to the dustbin. And that's why you have the Dravid movement. This is all about reviving the Brahmin movement, folks. Watch my words, in Tamil Nadu. Will it work? I don't know, right? I showed you this already. It says Sengal, Sears, prayers mark historic event. We are going back, folks, many centuries, right? And here, like I said, the whole thing, Indian democracy gets new parliament, house stays divided, boycotting opposition leaders wrapped the way inauguration was done. And there is Pawar. I am worried after seeing whatever happened. Are we taking the country backwards? Was this the event only for limited people? Delighted that PM inaugurated, says Murmu. The two worst presidents after Gyani Zail Singh have been, you got it, Murmu up there just because she's a scheduled tribe, and Kovind because he was Dalit, but they were treated worse than whatever. They were not allowed into anything, folks. This is the other picture, right? You have High seat of India democracy gets a new address today. PM meets Adhishams, handed over 5-foot Sengal. This Sengal is a joke, folks. Taking on opposition, Shah lists assembly buildings inaugurated by Congress netas. But hey, like I said, hey Shah, hey folks, the parliament is not the same thing as other buildings. Even state legislative buildings just doesn't make it. And don't listen to Mayawati. She, if anybody has let the Dalit crowd down, is Mayawati and Atawale from Maharashtra. New parliament to House Spectre symbolizing 1947 power transfer. This was the historical stupid build-up. Somebody should go and research Lord Mountbatten. PM slams Congress power transfer symbol kept as walking stick. I mean, how can they all get away with lies and how can we all believe them? House tussle boils over 21 parties to skip event. Symbolic scepter Sengal to be placed in new parliament. Political row heats up on Sengal symbolism. I've told you that. That's the reality. And as democracy was being smashed on that day, right? A new house opens, spare a moment for restless stirs. Well, guess where were the restless? And this is something you should see that. This is the picture. See Sakshi Malik, see Bajrang Punia, see the two girls protecting each other with the flag, the poggers. This, folks, was the reality on that day. Don't you forget that. And the guy who was actually the father figure who's done this yawn social was actually in the parliament, Tana Shah. Wrestler detained after scuffle, Delhi police clears sit inside and they FIR against them. Wrestlers cannot protest in Jantar Mantar, Delhi police. We thought with all our medals that we'd be heard. We never imagined this as Bajrang. Let's all the people who were bhakts of the BJP and Modi should get this through their heads. Their daughters are not safe in India no matter what, folks. Wrestlers hold secret meeting to plan for future. Democracy's new here needs a structural uplift. The new parliament building is a state-of-the-art facility that will help the lawmaking process. Sure, it will. But to fulfill the constitution promise, parliamentary procedures also need a fresh look. And Mr. Chaskura, it needs an opposition. Modi veiled Australian opposition MPs ex-PM attended Sydney function. Oh, that's kind of crazy. 6 non-BJP CMs to skip today's Niti Aayog meet. This is federalism in total disarray. Amul Ice, Tea and Milk, Stalin says stay out of state. Cooperative Amit Shah. Watch him. Stop Amul from tea and milk procurement. Stalin to Shah. And this is why you worry about concentration of buying. Just like it happened in apples, right? Milk procurement price slashed 10% by dairies, retail rates unchanged. So why they've slashed what they're picking up from the farmer? Well, you and me are getting the same thing farmers getting. You got it, man. Screwed. And then you have this. Northeast is burning like you don't believe it. And Shah had no time as a home minister to go there. But do I think he has the capabilities to sort that out? Absolutely not. Imphal SOS, state government's response is flawed and ineffective. Center needs to step up to pull Manipur back from the brink. This is an Indian Express. State government's response is flawed. No, state government has no response. It is being dictated by the center. And this is all about, again, Dhuvika. Metis are Hindus and Kukis are by and large Christians. And if this is to happen, you're worried. Army chief rushes to Manipur to diffuse tension. Are you worried or are you worried? Manipur ethnic gulf widens, big relocation on security officials. Here we are carrying planes out of, where are we carrying planes of Indians out of wherever? Sudan. And this is from our own country. 30 militants among 35 killed in Manipur, armories looted. Shah calls for peace, will visit Manipur next week. This was last week when the whole thing, more forces being brought in amid fragile peace process across state. Folks, we are in 2023 and we're supposed to have a peaceful northeast. One killed, Mantri home attacked as fresh violence hits Manipur. Amid backlash, Manipur CM makes fresh appeal for peace. Manipur gun battles continue. Shah begins state visit. Ethnic clashes started on May 3rd. And what do we have here? Army chief visits Manipur, forces stepping up combing. Shah flies to strife-torn Manipur, meets Team Biren. And you know this is what's happening across the northeast, right? Across. It's going to hit Arunachal, Assam and everybody else. BJP brass steps in to resolve rift between leaders in Tripura unit and Tripura. That's a big one too. And in Karnataka, a breath of fresh air. Hijab to books, Karnataka hints at a desaffranization drive. No more moral policing. CM deputy to police brass. Hijab to anti-conversion. New government to review contentious Karnataka decisions. Karnataka gets first Muslim speaker. Priyank will, this is Kharge's son, will review anti-cow slaughter, anti-conversion laws and absolutely should. Sidhu DK under pressure to complete cabinet. So no, this is obviously Godi media, that's Times of India and Economic Times. Continue to throw, but just guys, don't worry about it. They are not under pressure. Cabinet expansion completed without a hitch. 24 Karnataka ministers set to be sworn in today. Karnataka gets its full cabinet after 24 take oath as minister, but then it comes a little discontent brews. What do you mean discontent brews? Tussle over portfolio forces revised allocation in Karnataka. This Times of India, I'm a bunch of idiots, man, I tell you. And Rahul comes out and makes a claim that's got Shivraj Chauhan shaken in his boots. What is it called? Mama is out there. It's Madhya Pradesh's Gutbazi. Naraz, Maharaj, and Shivraj. All are fighting each other. Congress will bag 150 seats or 230 seats in MP, says Rahul. Could go as high as 180. BJP hits back at Congress's 9 questions on 9 years of Modi. Rahul gets NOC for issuance of new passport. He's off in the US. Let's see. They're at the same time as the Prime Minister. What happens? All seats as far as the Congress are concerned, Rahul Gandhi, all sold out, folks. All sold out. But here's the challenge. 28 would go down in history as something we stepped back in Manuwad times, because it is clear symbolism with all those sons and half-naked fakirs running down, walking behind the king, and on the other side, the daughters being manhandled by the police. Manhandled by the police. It's a shame on all of us. And you have to worry about everybody who has a daughter. 3 cheers and Jai Hind.